Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Whatever messages I have given in YouTube in Malayalam, I am translating it into English and explaining to you. First point here, the claim of science. Science is final, science is the truth, science is the fact, and science is the essence. What do you say about it? This is the question asked to me. Remember that science is not final. Science is always struggling to reach nearer to the truth, fact and essence. What the scientists thought about atom in 1930s, that concept of atom changed. Later it is proved that atom is divisible and it composed of protons and electrons. Later on that concept got changed. Protons, neutrons, electrons were there. Later on that concept was changed. There are nearly 100 mesons and subatomic particles. Later on that concept also changed. The protons, neutrons and electrons are composed of quarks. Later on that concept is also changing. The quarks are being made of strings. And now it has been very clearly mentioned the strings are not really strings but energy waves. So the concept of atom is fundamentally and completely changed and getting continuously changed also. So don't think that one science is final and one concept of science is final forever. Science is also changing and everything is changing. Next point, what do you say about women in India? My only point to everyone, if mother and father are sitting in the chair, first bow your head in front of your mother. If your daughter and son are sitting in the chair, first think about your daughter. If sister and brother are sitting in the chair, first go to the sister, then only to the brother. And when the wife and husband are sitting, first give salute to the wife, then to the husband. Because yatra naryastu pujyante ramande tatra devata, where the women are being worshipped, there the goddess and the nature will be blessing you. Only in Hindu Dharma, women are being worshipped as deities and devatas. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are less important compared to Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati. Without Lakshmi, Mahavishnu cannot exist. Even his name, Narayana's name, is prefixed with his wife's name, Lakshmi Narayana. Without Saraswati, Brahma, Lord Brahma cannot do creation. Without Shakti, Parvati, Shiva cannot exist at all. Ardhanarishwara Sankalpam. And Bhumi is considered as Bhumi Devi, Bhumata, Ganga Mata, Go Mata, Prakriti Mata. Always in India and only in India, women are being worshipped. 3 women created Ramayana. You know, Ramayana was created by Mantara, Kaigeyi and Sita Devi. 3 women created Mahabharata, Kundi, Gandhari, Draupadi, even though it was written by man or rishis. Remember, women are far, far higher position than equivalent men in the status. Next point about intellectuals. In Kerala there are no intellectuals nowadays. They are being now called as cultural leaders. Whether they have got culture or do not have culture, nobody knows. The award vapasi and protest and shouting etc. were going on against Modi government, not because they were all intellectuals and superhuman beings, exclusively because they are leftist and the so-called progressives. One person returned his award. When the press people went to him and asked, why did you return your award? He said, for the last 37 years, I am keeping this award in my home in Chennai. Nobody asked me, nobody inquired who am I. But when I returned, people started calling me, people started putting my picture in the newspaper. I do not know why somebody told me to return the award. But anyway, it gave me a result, good result, because my picture came in the newspaper. So such type of pseudo-intellectuals, they think that they are the leaders of the world, and many a times the so-called intellectuals are the curse for the nation, creating problem, and in the name of democracy, in the name of freedom, in the name of freedom of speech and writing, they shout, they scream and mislead the people. Every nation suffers with such type of criminally biased intellectuals of the country. Next question, why should we learn scientific heritage? We should learn scientific heritage very specifically because of three reasons. First, for creating a sense of patriotism, nationalism and pride in the mind. When we say that when my forefathers have discovered so and so thing, my forefathers have invented so many things, naturally it creates an inspiration from within and patriotism, a feeling of pride. No other source of information can create such a sense of pride. Second, we have to inform the world that when we have discovered, the gravity we have discovered, the spherical shape, the rotation of the earth, revolution of the earth, diameter of the earth, declination of the earth, and also the gravity of the earth, latitude and longitude, we have explained here in India, right from the last 1500, 1600 years ago. And we have discovered the Gregory's theorem, Euler's theorem, Leibniz theorem, Sir Isaac Newton, Sir Newton's interpolation and extrapolations, theorems, hundreds and thousands of theorems we have discovered far prior to the Western mathematicians. We have the knowledge of the medicines, health system, nutrition and so on, and we were using even up to 17th century plastic surgery in India, which is done by the common man. And remember that such type of knowledge we have to inform the world that when we are the inventors or the discoverers of the same thing. That's the second reason. First, for creating the sense of pride. Second, informing the world that when we were not backward in the science and technology. Third, many of these old knowledge, heritage knowledge are applicable, useful even today in our day-to-day life. Utilize them. The knowledge which are useful in our day-to-day life. The good from the modern and good from the ancient. They should be integrated to solve the negatives of the modern. So remember, we have to learn our scientific heritage for creating a sense of pride. One, informing the world about our heritage. Third, utilizing in the modern period itself. Now, next point, the change is taking place. I assure you that everywhere changes are taking place, particularly connected with Indian culture, Hinduism, Indian values and Indian traditions, and all connected with India are getting appreciation from world over. The Yoga Day was celebrated without any problem. The Indian music, Indian Sanskrit language, Indian Ayurveda, Indian Yoga, Indian musical instruments, and Indian customs and rituals, Indian spirituality, Indian concept of spirituality, and Indian Vedas, Indian food system, Indian family system, these are all being accepted world over with a thumping impression. It's not a thing what is read from the newspaper or the books, but directly we could see when I went US, when I went UK, when I went to Australia, many other countries, I could see that Indian knowledge is being accepted without any reservation, directly and with open mind. Including Obama, American president, used to keep with him the deity Hanuman. And Vedas are being chanted in NASA. And yoga is being accepted by 40% of Americans above 60 years. And like that you can see fantastic change. Bhagavad Gita is being taught in Harvard University. And Bhagavad Gita is a part of syllabus in 186 universities in America. So Indian knowledge, literature, customs and rituals, Indian way of life, everything is being accepted world over. Even you can see the Communist Party members of Kerala, their wife, their children, they are going to the temple with a whole devotion. Even these Marxist or Revolutionary Party people also go to the temple and worship. The party members are nowadays taking the leadership in the temple, renovation, and the president of the temple, secretary of the temple, treasurer of the temple. There is no communism at all. Everything is Hinduism. The Christians are accepting Hinduism wholeheartedly. Our flag post, Dvajastambam, is there in the church, and the stone lamps are there. They are using Rudraksha. They are using saffron cloth, maybe for cheating, but still they are utilizing it. Vijayadashami is also being celebrated in churches. Shivaratri is being celebrated. Onam is being celebrated in churches. Slowly Muslims are also changing, but majority of the Muslims are terrorist, so naturally changing their mind can be done only through other terrorist Muslims. We cannot do anything. But others have started accepting it, thus changes are there fantastically. Now with this I will conclude and continue the explanation of the YouTube messages given in Malayalam after translating it into English. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.